Hey everybody, this is Jen. I thought I'd do a little video today, a short video on a disease that ravages a lot of your garden, mainly your squash variety plants. And I wanted to show it to you today. So we're going to take a look around here, and hopefully you can hear me. It's really windy today, but I wanted to show you this. This plant is covered in powdery mildew. You can see the leaves are completely white. There's some starting on these leaves here. So this plant is just covered in powdery mildew. The one on the back side isn't so much. You can see it's just starting on these leaves here. The reason why I wanted to do a video on this is because a lot of people freak out about powdery mildew and some other plant diseases. You know, it's a really bad disease, and you can try to minimize it by cutting back some of the plant, allowing more air circulation, and spraying it with all sorts of chemicals or organic sprays. But I wanted to try something this year. Like I said, a lot of people freak out about it and like, oh no, what are we gonna do? You know, this is gonna kill my plant. I'm gonna lose my harvest, yada yada yada. Well, this plant, I've just left it alone. I haven't sprayed it or anything. It's kind of an accidental planting anyways. This was planted here by furry friends and stuff, not necessarily us, so it's a bonus plant. But anyways, I wanted to show you that so far the plant is still okay. I mean, some of the leaves are starting to die off, but it's also the end of the season. We've had a couple of days that have been frost. A light frost, not a heavy frost yet, a light frost. So a lot of this damage that you're seeing on these leaves here are from frost damage and not necessarily the powdery mildew. Now, some of the leaves where it's really bad, like this big leaf here, the leaf is starting to dry out a little bit, but it's still green. Not really too much damage yet. As far as the leaf itself, it just looks nasty. And so I'm not really sure, you know, if we should really be concerned about the powdery mildew. I mean, yes, it's a disease and it doesn't look that great, and it is very contagious. I certainly am not going to touch this plant and then go over to my main garden and spread this disease, because it is very spreadable. The spores spread themselves on this wind. But as far as I can tell, just by looking at this plant and monitoring it, so far it has not done any major damage. It has not killed the plant. I'm not losing any harvest or anything yet. I have quite a few squashes on this anyways. There's one sitting over there. But I'll probably do an update a little bit later. But so far from what I see, powdery mildew is not as horrible as a lot of people want to say it is and freak out about and think that their gardens are going to be completely ruined. Yes, you want to try to take some care not to spread it and to minimize it if possible. But if you have an area like this that's just by itself, not really by anything else, just let it be and you know, see what comes of it. Because so far, like I said, the plant is healthy besides the powdery mildew on it, and we will still have an abundant harvest. So those are my thoughts right now on this powdery mildew thing. I will do an update later to see if my thoughts are correct, and if this powdery mildew, it just seems to happen every year. It seems to be a part of growing squash, and so I'm just going with the theory, just letting it be, and seeing how the squash harvest ends at the end of the year. So anyways, this is Jen from Garden Jen's Journey. Bye-bye.